give birth to positive thoughts, which in turn give birth to positive results. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So as this market started to flip, we started seeing people buying the dip. People got excited, they started to take action because they're positive. We do not see this current dip to be anything significant. We see it as a blessing in disguise. So we buy. And what happens? Well, we have an opposite reaction, right? So the reaction is that the market started to become bullish. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. This is your host Sham. Just wanted to drop a little video and what I think may happen in the next few days. Especially today's, like in the next few hours, we are going to be closing the weekly candle. On the weekly, we are still bearish, so we are going to be closing on a bearish candle. Absolutely fine. I'm not too worried about that. If you're looking at the chart right now, you can see a daily. Yes, you know, we've managed to come back up a little bit, testing it, but we're still bearish. As you can see, we're still very bearish. This doesn't mean anything. The blue line is an important line. It's the 21 moving average, and we could easily get rejected before we even reach that. And for us to go positive again, we have to invalidate this current big long candle that you see that was the rejection candle. So I'm being kind of cautious. That's what I'm going to say, just cautious. However, I am buying the dips because that's the only thing you can do, right? Because dips are the only thing that actually matter. So that's what's going on right now. I wouldn't worry too much about what the market's doing. It's all about DCA right now, because these are the opportunities that we don't want to miss, right? These are the actual opportunities we've been waiting for a very, very long time, and they're coming to us. They're knocking on our doors. So of course we are going to accept that. We are going to take them. It's very, very important for us. Other than that, the market itself looks okay. Looks very, very healthy. I mean, we had almost about 10 I think 10 or 100 billion, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's $10 billion like wiped out or something like this. But it's okay. You know what? It's absolutely fine. These are nothing for us to worry about. This is crypto. For us, a 10% dump equals a 10% pump, right? So remember what I usually used to say before, a 50% dump just means another 50% pump later on, right? So expect a dump after a pump and a pump after a dump, and so on and so forth, right? So every action that we take, we have an equal reaction. Very simple as that. That's the best way to put it. And being positive, we are thinking positive, and all our results are going to be also positive. That's the most important thing to take away from this. Other than that, Ethereum looks very interesting, very promising. So Ethereum, they haven't really changed much. You can see the Ethereum merger date that was put there, hypothetical merger date in September, it's still there. I know there's been some issues about the dates changing XYZ. Again, it's minor. If it doesn't happen next month, I'm not too concerned about it. It could easily happen the following month, but whatever happens, it's getting closer. That's the key fact we need to take away. That it's 2022, and is it going to happen in 2022? Well, technically, even if it happens on the 31st of December, it is still 2022, so it could happen, right? We're going to observe and see what happens, but I'm not really taking this onto board as in, oh, this is another start of a bull market, XYZ. I've mentioned this to you before as well. For me, officially, a bull market to start, we need to get back on, test that 35k level. That's the 50% mark. Once we test that 35k, then we are actually ready to start rolling. So I'm still betting everything on BTC. Of course, I'm trying to pick up as many alts as possible. I mentioned those on the other previous videos as well. I'm looking at Ethereum, I'm looking at Cardano, I'm looking at Avalanche, I'm looking at Solana, and a few others, right? And of course, there's plenty of news going around where people are talking about, you know, where this coin is centralized and that coin. And I dropped a video yesterday regarding the centralization and what I think real decentralization is, right? You know, everything is decentralized and everything is not decentralized, right? So as long as you control the asset, it's decentralized, in my opinion. If you have zero control over it, then yeah, you're definitely in the centralized zone. So that's what it is. I know a lot of people probably not happy at all regarding what I've said, but that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. And you know, end of the day, you got to just kind of sometimes think outside the box, and that's what I've been doing. Just thinking outside the box is like, okay, what does this mean? You know, does this mean anything? Is this, you know, is it significant, right? You know, when people talk about, oh, this coin is now becoming more and more centralized. Well, it's always been centralized, right? You know, and I've mentioned this, but I don't want to go into this anymore. Just going to look at the market right now. Market looks pretty solid. I'm very happy where it is. I would definitely love to see it go down more. Of course, if it doesn't, then I mentioned this yesterday as well. I said, look, the worst case scenario for us is that the market doesn't go down to the lower levels and just starts to pump, right? That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that the market goes all the way down to the lowest possible bottom, and we bounce from there and we start making a new trend from there. That's the one that we want to be looking for, because that's where we're going to be making the most amount of money. And theoretically, we're going to be holding for the shortest amount of time. Well, actually, no, longest amount actually. So we're going to be prepared to hold it for the longest amount of time. Yeah, that's what I should say, because we're going to be buying it for the lowest, while everybody else actually kind of speculates on what the market may or may not do. So other than that, guys, listen, market's very bullish. I'm very bullish. I'm even more bullish if the market goes down a little bit, because these are numbers we should not be missing, right? These are important numbers that we should not miss. But yeah, other than that, I hope the video is informative. Well, if it probably wasn't informative, because it's all about your thoughts and being positive. But other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.